Hello, today we're going to be covering how to install a Veeam Management Agent and Veeam Backup Agent inside of the Veeam Service Provider Console. First things first, whenever getting your credentials, you will want to log into the Veeam Service Provider Console. If you are a reseller, you will see this Companies tab, Resellers tab, and Discovery tab here at the bottom, for which we will want to go to Discovery. If you are on an end user account, you will want to go under, you'll see where it says Clients, you'll see Discovery instead, and then you'll be going to Manage Computers. Once at the Discovery page, you will want to get onto the Computers tab, and then you will want to install a Management Agent. The Management Agent is going to ask you what operating system you're going to be using for that particular install. You will just simply click whatever one you need, and it will be choosing the tenant in which we wish to apply this to. What that will mean is anything that we set will be applied to any of the Cloud Connect accounts that these companies are attached to. You can create token expiring periods for over 12 months, up to a year, or years, as well as create download links to supply to users to be able to download the Management Agent. Once you download the Management Agent, you will want to install it. This is important because the Management Agent is specifically what communicates with the VSPC portal and allows for us to manage those agents as well as being able to install the backup agent that goes with it. Once we are able to get the actual Management Agent download completed, we will want then to open it and start the install process. You can look at all of the licensing agreements and things of that sort, but otherwise you will want to accept and then install. Once the install is complete, we'll want to click Finish, and then typically you'll see the app open in the hidden icons on your taskbar. You can then open up the agent settings to see it actually initialize and connect to the portal. But once it's actually connected to the portal, then we will actually see it on the VSPC console, where usually you just do a refresh of the page to get it to show. Now that the agent is connected, we should now see it in the VSPC portal behind it. Now we can see the device and that it's ready to install the backup agent. There are two ways to install the backup agent. Number one, clicking the install backup agent, which will obviously get you your first agent installed. But in the future, you can turn on auto deployments, which allows for any device that has a management agent on it, you can pre-apply for it to deploy the backup agent and apply any policy you might have created already from the first go. This will allow you to configure and install multiple agents by simply giving off a link to the management agent or simply installing that management agent yourself and letting Veeam do the rest. Additionally, there'll be some things that you might want to consider when doing agent-based backups, such as being able to restrict VPN connection users for that backup, so try not to use your Office VPN when your internet at home would be perfect enough to be able to install and back up and do all of the things necessary for that management agent's normal day-to-day tasks. You also have the ability to limit bandwidth consumption, as well as disable over-meter connection, as well as being able to throttle backup activity when system is busy so that you're not inundating your machines. Once you would hit apply, then it would install the backup agent and apply the backup policy the same way that we're about to do now for this first agent. I will configure a couple of different things just for the sake of this demo. So I'm going to give it 5 megabytes a second so that we can limit that over that connection. I will hit apply there, and then I'll go ahead and hit apply here. So now what that is going to do is going to start the actual install process, which you can actually watch the entire time by clicking the installing while it's doing so. And you can see it actually queue up and start adding and installing the actual backup agent. Now that it's refreshed, we can see that it's uploading the backup agent to my device. I will continue to monitor each of the steps until it is complete, and then we will double check that the backup agent is now on my device, as well as the backup policy has been applied. As we can see, now we are installing the backup agent and are just waiting for it to complete. Now that it's starting the backup agent service, it is applying the backup policy to said agent, which whenever it's complete, it will also open up in hidden icons. Otherwise, you can just simply search the application and open it manually. Now we can see that the backup agent is fully installed and the backup policy has been applied. So now we have the actual agent itself, as well as the job name that we created in the system, and all I have to do is simply hit backup now, as well as any of the necessary applications to do any restores or anything locally has now been installed onto the device.